Good afternoon, Conquest of Doers. I did a blog a little earlier about some buttons and introductory codes that are appearing on the Longhead blog and on Conquest of Doe website. Let's just get that blog up here just so I can do the introduction. Here's the Longhead blog. Please, what we want to do as well is open a new tab and see if right, so we're live now. Let's have a look at that. And then what happens if I go here? No, that's still me. So, right, okay. Well, let's just get to here. If the slides aren't coming out and you are unfortunately watching live, this is going to be re-uploaded anyway, which is my usual practice. Put my headphones on. Okay. Am I double recording the sound again? Okay, right. So, this was the web I did earlier. This is the capture that I did then. And this is talking about the plans for the Web3 distributed web, but this is actually a couple of steps back from that. And this is the trading gold or stacking gold while you're hodling your crypto and how you can actually do that. And I've got some affiliation links here and on the website. This is my Vaultoro site. I registered Vaultoro some time ago, and I've today made my first purchase of Bitcoin for gold. I'm a proud owner of just under 0.5 gram of gold, which I bought this afternoon. You can go into your trading page and you can say how much Bitcoin you want to spend, and you can buy at the last price or place your order. You can look at it's a trading portal for Bitcoin into gold, and this is how you deposit. You can generate new addresses. That address there is a public Bitcoin address, which I sent Bitcoin actually from the coin payments wallets, which I showed setting up earlier. And this is the transaction here. What I did was I actually I sent some Steam through the Steam process. So let's sell that Steam. It's not going to give me enough to buy any gold today. How much is there? It's just well, there's only 0.6, so I'm not going to do that. What I've done is powered down this Steam here, which is about $42 worth, and that will drip into there. And as I'm mining, my plan is to just build up a gold position now. well, really just for the indefinite future, whilst one watches to see what happens in this gigantic bubble, which seems to be, the everything bubble is what they're calling it. And Vaultoro I really liked. It's physical gold, it's audited, etc. And I've put the referral things on. If you take the referral link, then basically I would be earning 20% of the fees, and then for future introductions, 5% of people that get introduced by you. I mean, it's a good port. I think I did a similar referral link back in the day for actually for Genesis mining. Genesis mining I don't recommend anymore, but back then it actually proved to be a very, very good investment for people who followed. It's just because I was doing it, and so I had an affiliation link, and if you'd spent $500 like I did back then at the height, that would have been something like $50,000. So it was a very profitable investment. What happens to Bitcoin, what happens to cryptocurrencies is a very complex subject. But right now I'm interested in gold and silver, and the rebasing of basically petrodollar hegemony, and what's happening in terms of special drawing rights, the tension between the BRICS banks and the SWIFT system, what's happening in Iran, what's happening in the great gas wars and the pipelines, Nord Stream, etc., what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in the Golan Heights, what's happening in the Mediterranean with the Leviathan field, around Cyprus, Turkey and NATO, Greece and NATO. There's a whole ton of stuff going on. And actually being partially invested in gold makes a lot of sense. Silver makes more sense. Vaultoro are actually on their frequently asked questions, they're saying, will you be able to exchange silver? And they're building the platform at the moment so that you can do that. And I've stuck my vote in as well, saying that that's something I would be supportive of. The reason being that the ratio of gold to silver is historically low, high, whichever way you look at it. Basically, it should be between 10 to 1 and 14 to 1, and it's way above that, which means that if gold rebases then and silver rebases and it gets back to the historical average, and there are arguments for and against that. One of the arguments against is obviously that now Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exist. That's a way that you can still maintain some liquidity away from the fiat currency idea. I think there's something in that. I've said for a long time, if there was a platform like this that allowed me to buy rare earth minerals, lanthides, etc., because they're so important in terms of making magnets and producing alternative energy type goods. But any commodities are a good thing to be in, and hard metals obviously are they're not an industrial commodity, but they are a historical commodity surrogate in a way, and it in terms of human cultural artifacts and history and how people feel, the amount of gold there is in India, for instance, the amount of gold that's mined every year. I mean, if you do your looking into these things, I recommend Michael Maloney's series. And Mike Maloney does have a gold trading platform, and there are other gold and silver stacking site things, and the market price and all the rest of it differ. The reason I like Vaultoro so much is that it's completely integrated into the Bitcoin wallets, and so it's very easy to get yourself able to send Bitcoin. You can also send different altcoins, but as I say, I used my coin wallet and coin payments. I've put a coin payments trolley on the Conquest of Dough website, and also an affiliate link on the blog. I'm planning on using these types of platforms. Coin payments is brilliant. It's a distributed application, so it's a bit slower than sometimes, but it worked very, very well. I'm very, very pleased with how well the if I look at the transaction history here, I'll log in. So it's two-factor identification, which is all pretty solid. I need that's not the email that it's going to go to. Vaultoro also operates on two-factor, so you get an email with a little code to stick in, and that changes every time, so I don't think I'm doing anything particularly horrendously security breach worthy with all of this. Log in, bish bash, bosh, there we are. It says I'm alright. So anyway, conversion history. This is the what I did is I sent a bunch of ether across to the wallet here, and then once it's in the wallet, you can it uses Changerly, and I changed it into Bitcoin and gave the Bitcoin address at Vaultoro to send the Bitcoin when it got converted out, and it all worked absolutely fantastic. The first time that you use a new platform and send something, you do wonder if it's going to work or not. I mean, I send cryptocurrency often now from my Ether wallet. This is there's nothing in that wallet at the moment, but there's actually a Chrome extension for that. Not that I particularly like using Chrome. You can also use something like MetaMask, which I've also got here. MetaMask is very good for test nets, but that's just an aside for people who are watching this that may be into smart contract development and what have you. But yeah, coin payments, very, very pleased with this. So use the affiliation link and stick a button in your shop, because it allows anyone holding any cryptocurrency, there's 1,200 of them, to send you, and then you can convert it into the main tradable ones like Ether, Bitcoin, Dash, Monero. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I can't begin to say how impressed I am with coin payments. But also Vaultoro, I think, is absolutely brilliant. And when they've got silver online, then again, that's absolutely brilliant as well. I've got some old antique silver dollars around somewhere from when I traveled around America back in 1992, in Florida actually. They're probably worth something now. They were worth something back then, but I must dig those out. there's an attraction in stacking silver that way. I mean, if you're like me, and I really do get that. But just holding bullion that's physical and auditable with a reputable crew like Vaultoro, they're in London and they're in Switzerland. It's absolutely spot on. When I saw them, I thought, right, okay, that's where I'm going to start stacking my my gold stack. So should we be playing out with Pink Floyd Money? You know, money, it's a gas. So there we are. Make of that what you will, but if you fancy Vaultoro, do use my affiliate link. I'll be most grateful, and it helps with the blog, etc. If you want to order an advanced copy of the Conquest of Doe novel, then again, do please do that. There's a link in the description to the site, and same goes for your own e-commerce using the coin wallet. I can't imagine why anyone wouldn't. It's free, and it works extremely well, and it's got a huge use case diversity. Over 1,200 cryptocurrencies. It's a remarkable piece of work. So anyway, that's this one. So